Okay, so we'll just kind of start, why did you want to run this year?
I think we can do a whole lot better than what we're doing now. Right now, we're getting 4 more years of the Passett administration. I don't think that things are being addressed in the city that need addressed. There's areas of the city that are blighted. You can drive through it, especially my hill up on Weircrest. I've lived up on Weircrest for 65 years, and the road is crumbling. It's almost like you're driving through a third world area. We're post-apocalyptic. It's extremely hard to bring any type of industry in there. People have to jump through hoops. Look how long it took Petro Fiorentini to get in there. 5 years. They could have been up and running out there at Star Lake by now. We need to get something in there like auto industry, auto assembly, because the tin mill, from what I hear, is on borrowed time.
So talk a little bit about your experience, maybe some jobs and what you do now that kind of are going to give you the good experience to be mayor.
I'm a sales rep for a company out of Altoona. I cover southwestern New York and northwestern Pennsylvania. I go through a lot of cities comparable in size to Weirton. They're doing a whole lot better economically and manufacturing-wise. I want to bring those ideas to Weirton.
And talk about your history with the Senate as well.
Okay, I was a Republican nominee for state Senate in 2006. I introduced removing the tax on food in West Virginia, and 2 years later, Manchin enacted it. I'm very proud of that.
So you mentioned the auto industry, a potential influx of business for Weirton. What are some other ideas that you think Weirton would benefit from?
I'd like to streamline city government. It got too big. I think that they waste money, and I just think we could do a whole lot better in Weirton. It make it more livable for people. Right now, I'm stuck.
That's okay.
Can you edit this out?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not going to air like that in its
Let me see.
entirety anyway.
You asked me
Some ideas for Weirton moving forward.
Clean up some of the blight. Take a look up on Weircrest where I live. The hospital used to be up there at one time. At the end of my street, it looks like a jungle. We never had a snake problem before. There's people dumping garbage, starting bonfires, dumping building materials. The city couldn't care less. I can't think of anything else.
That's okay. So you said you've lived in Weirton for 65 years? Is that right?
I've lived up on Weircrest for 65 years.
So how would you say the Weirton has kind of changed in those decades?
I would say that a lot of, I'm probably one of the last original residents of that area. And a lot of people move, people go to college, there's no jobs. It's not the town it once was. When I worked at Weirton Steel, when I got out of high school, there were 13,000 employees there. Now it's down to below 800 now.
So there are some really great things that have been happening in Weirton when it comes to shopping areas, specifically on Three Springs Drive. So what would you say we can kind of how would you say we could kind of keep that momentum going? Because that has happened over the past 4 years.
Shopping, that kind of area is fine. That attracts people to shop in Weirton and spend money. But we need something like what the mill used to provide. We need something. I want to push for automotive industry. Like several years ago, I was in England. I hired a car. I drove over 500 miles throughout England. I visited cities comparable to England. I was in Wales. If they can get auto industry, we can get auto industry. They're tearing down the BOP. Let's get an auto assembly plant in there. If these ridiculous sanctions are ever lifted with Russia, who knows? Maybe we might be building a Russian car in Weirton. Several years ago, when Maryland got their, they passed more stringent gun laws, and Beretta wanted to leave Accokeek, Maryland. I contacted Beretta personally. I had them interested in coming to Weirton, West Virginia. They went to Tennessee instead because Manchin voted for more gun legislation. And I'm not even an elected official, and I had Beretta. We could have been building guns in Weirton.
And then shifting gears a little bit, you talked about your job currently a little bit earlier. Now, do you think that job will interfere with your role as mayor in any way when it comes to your dedication and your time?
No, in fact, to save money, I would like to get that city charter changed and consolidate the city manager job with that of the mayor. You would have a full-time mayor, city manager, and do away with that city manager job entirely and save $78,000 a year. Jamestown, New York did it, and it was working out great. We can do the same thing. I think the town is too small to have a city manager. That's a waste of money.
And now, if that was a full-time job, city manager and mayor, that you would like to see happen, would that interfere with your time with your current job?
No, I would just be a full-time mayor, city manager.
So you would leave your current job? If you were
I would. If we could get that passed in Weirton, it would be a cost savings.
Okay, well, is there
And I could do more.
Yeah, you'd have more time. Well, is there anything else that you want Weirton residents, Weirton voters to know about you?
If the people of Weirton elect me, I'll always be there for them. Unlike this administration, I won't ignore the people. If people call me, if they write to me, I'll always get back to the people of Weirton.